We spoke to Barbara Cowell.
Our right arm was sort of aching after the first race, but it's good fun.
How did you find the short circuit last week after the long break? 6 months, wasn't it?
A few teething problems with the car, the handling. Like I said, we've only had the car for 6 weeks, so I've only been testing in the rain, so I was praying for rain last weekend. But we're getting there gradually. We've knocked the time down with practicing. We'll go testing again in another couple of weeks' time, and we'll be there on pace.
Robin Brundle now, taking us on a lap of the revised Grand Prix circuit.
New part of the circuit here at Brands Hatch is very, very good from a driver's point of view. It's a real driver's circuit. As you approach Westfield, you're flat out in 4th gear, and you have to come down, slight dab on the brakes, down into 3rd gear, double apex onto the corner, but you have to turn in very early and hit the first apex very early, and then 4-wheel drift past the 2nd apex. Up through or down through Dingledale, up to the top, and of course there's the new chicane at the top, which is blind. You can't actually see it as you're coming up the hill, but again down to 3rd gear and absolutely flat, and indeed all 4 wheels come off the ground and you're flying through the air sideways and landing hopefully pointing in the right direction, and then again through and on down the track. We're right in amongst the Sierras again. It's going to be very interesting because when you actually get into a race situation, when you're side by side with people and slightly off the racing line, you end up in a situation where you have to fight for it, but of course it does slow you down. So the gap that I've got at the moment between the other guys in Class B and myself could well be slightly whittled down purely because of the racing situation, which of course is what we're here for.
Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you.
Field lining up now for classes A and B, and it's Sierras as far as the eye can see. On pole position, journalist Mark Hales. Alongside him, Lionel Abbott. And on the outside of the front row, Sean Brown. Second row, we have Keith Adore. No, the signwriter hasn't made a mistake. That is the way Keith spells his name. And alongside him, Dave Pinkney. Back to the 3rd row now. We see Dave Morgan, Graham Davis, and Tommy Field. Fastest Class B man is Robin Brundle, and second in Class B, teammate Steve McHale.
Then alongside him we have number 31, and this is Barbara Cowell, the lady in the mix in her
Field ready to go, red light comes on,
BMW M3.
and we're in car now.
For this, the 20-lap race in the Uniroyal Tires Production Saloon car race. They get it off.
This is Steve McHale.
A lovely start from
Lots of jostling there. And there's a big cloud of smoke there. That looks like a spinner. Yes, it's Graham Davis. And it's a bad place to be on the first lap. And in fact, that's cost Robin Brundle a few places, and Steve McHale has got ahead of him. Field sorting themselves out nicely now. Back in car now with Robin Brundle, and you can see Steve McHale just in front of him. One of the Sierras accelerating away up the straight now, leaving the BMWs for dead. And Robin tucks in behind his teammate. There goes Lawrence Bristow through. Those Sierras are really quick. Robin looking at the back of his teammate now, getting a good line through there. Has he got enough momentum? Looks down the inside, and he's through, I think. And he's made good that rumpus on the first lap there. So Lawrence Bristow just ahead of him. And Mark Hales comes through in the lead, followed by Lionel Abbott. Here's the first non-Sierra, that's the Starion of Colin Blower. And there goes the two Fina BMWs. Here's Graham Davis catching up and going past the BMWs there. Back in car with Robin Brundle now, and he chases Graham Davis up the hill. This is a fighting drive from Davis after his first corner indiscretion. In car now with Sean Brown. Sean's lying in 4th place. Flames coming from the back of that Sierra ahead. That's Dave Pinkney's car, and Dave gets a bit of a moment there, and Sean takes the opportunity to fly through. Up into 3rd place now. Mark Hales and Lionel Abbott ahead of him. Using all the road there. It's a good line from Sean. Closing a little on Lionel Abbott there. Through the newly revamped corner at Brands Hatch. Mark Hales goes through to complete another lap, driving impeccably. Lionel Abbott using all the road there. Dave Pinkney using a bit more. Is the Fina BMW leading Class B. It's getting to be a bit of a habit. Sean Brown goes through and into the pits. He's obviously got a problem, although there's no signs of damage. And Dave Pinkney does the same. It's like a bad day for the Sierras. There's another Sierra with problems, that's Bill McKenna. And he's well and truly beached. He'll need his bucket and spade to get out of there. Here come the leaders now. Mark Hales still holding the lead, but Lionel Abbott's closing him. And he's giving Mark Hales a hard time as they go up to Druids. Right on his tail now. Those two well clear of the rest. Down through Graham Hill Bend. And there's Lionel Abbott very close behind Mark Hales as they come up to complete another lap. In car now with Mark Hales. And there you see Lionel Abbott trying to take the lead and missing out badly. Mark Hales continues on his way. And Lionel Abbott gets on his way. Still in 2nd place, but suitably chastened. Mark Hales goes through once more. Well clear now. And takes the checkered flag, a worthy winner. Lionel Abbott comes through in 2nd place. And in 3rd place, here comes Graham Davis. That's an incredible drive after he was so far down after that first lap incident. He's really put in a stormer to get up to 3rd place. And Robin Brundle comes through to take Class B, going very wide there, but in car now with Robin. And he's clearly pretty pleased with himself. And here comes Steve McHale, and he's pipping Vaughan Richmond on the line to take second in class. The winners go off on their lap of honour now. We spoke to Dave Morgan about his last lap.
I had a bit of a moment at Dingle Dell, got Colin Blower just behind me. I don't know whether I went in a bit slow or he went in a bit fast, but he tapped my rear bumper and that just swapped ends and just slid off completely sideways and backwards onto the infield, where I think there's going to be a gravel trap one day, but it's a clay trap at the moment. So the car just dug in and flew through the air and landed upside down on the Arco. Caught me rather by surprise. I was watching the Arco coming off at an amazing rate of knots, he just suddenly disappeared. But fortunately it didn't seem to do a phenomenal amount of damage.
Thank you very much indeed.
There's a good view of the underside of Dave Morgan's Sierra from Robin Brundle's BMW. We spoke to Robin Brundle.
Cars are very, very quick out of the corners, very competitive in a straight line as well, and of course the glorious thing about it is that we're proving to the general public here that the cars can win races with unleaded petrol in, which of course is what we're after doing from the environmental point of view. Thank you very much.